What is up, car addicts? So it's been about a week since the Contract DLC update came out, and I wanted to make a video discussing my overall thoughts and general review of the update. So this is going to be an honest review from the many hours I've spent testing and experiencing everything from this update. So this update obviously introduced the new agency property, which is the new business that features a 20-car garage, optional armory, and of course the main event, which is the Dr. Dre Contract and the bonus security contracts and paid phone hits and such, with Franklin from story mode as your partner and Lamar making some appearances as well. This is arguably one of the best story missions we've had in a very long time, and I think Rockstar did a phenomenal job with it. Oh, and we can't forget about Chop as well, who really makes the agency property feel a bit more special. Moving along, let's talk about the cars. So we got 7 cars for day 1 content and 10 unreleased vehicles for this update, with 8 of them being drip feed vehicles. The cars themselves were pretty good, especially the Buffalo STX and the Pegassi Ignis, and the new Amani tech that's available on some of the cars as well is a game changer for sure. But there were a couple cars in this update that were a bit of a disappointment to me, like the Enos Jubilee with the really crappy 2013 interior. And honestly, most of the drip feed cars that we're going to be getting over the coming weeks are mainly reskins. They're not really all that great, if I'm being honest. Now, I understand this update isn't focused on cars, but I feel they could have done a bit better in general. I think the car community can really agree on that one. Next up, let's talk about the new weapons. So we received 3 new weapons in this update, which are the stun gun, the EMP launcher, and the heavy rifle. Now, I did do a thorough review of these weapons in my testing video, but overall they're pretty decent guns, with the EMP launcher being the worst one and the other 2 being kind of average. Moving along, in terms of music, we of course have the brand new songs that were added to the West Coast Classics radio station, Radio Los Santos, and of course the brand new Motomami Los Santos radio station as well. And personally, I think they did a phenomenal job in terms of music for this update. Now obviously they didn't give us new songs from every genre, but for those of you who like the genres they added, I'm sure you're absolutely loving this music as much as I have for the past few days driving around and stuff. And lastly, let's talk a bit more about the Dr. Dre Contract. Now, I have finished it, and honestly I have to say it's a very good story, all things considering. One of the best we've had in a very long time, utilizing a lot of locations around the city. And honestly, the payout of, spoiler alert, $1 million for the finale isn't too bad, all things considering, especially since you can do it solo. And of course, everyone's gonna scream and shout, Cayo Perico is obviously better solo, and yes, that's the best money grind by far in the game. I don't think anything will ever beat that anytime soon, but I do have one small complaint about the Dr. Dre Contract in general, and that's that I feel that the story wasn't long enough. I don't know, I feel like it ended so quickly, and I would have loved to have seen more content, more build up, but who knows, maybe we might get something expanding upon this in the future with more artists and celebrities. So there you guys have it. That's my review of the Contract DLC. Overall, I'd give this update a solid 7 out of 10, and the reason it's not higher is because of the lack of brand new car models. Most of them in this DLC are just reskins of old existing models, which to me is a real shame. I feel like that aspect of a DLC felt a bit rushed. But other than the car content, I think Rockstar did an amazing job with this update, giving us a great story with Franklin, while also incorporating some legendary artists into the mix as well. I hope we get more updates like this in the future, maybe working with Michael or Trevor, who knows, I'm sure the community would absolutely love that. Anyways, thanks for watching guys, hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.